Come to me, Yax, to me. Perfect. This is one of those cheatsy single-wide corridors where it's not really, but most of the creatures in the game are slightly too dumb to realize, so I'll take what I can get. Nice, we get the slow right away with our cold-branded weapon. That's awesome. Oh, no reason to throw poison darts at that son of a gun, but that's fine. What else have we got? I guess for the future, knowing that if we see a strange cave entrance like this in Lair, it's not a good place to hang out. Can maybe avoid running into the early dragon in the future. Not too bad. Ooh, and we do get shoals. Normally shoals kind of sucks because it's very dangerous, but with Zin, we very much prefer to get any of the humanoid branches, because that way our sight actually is much more effective across the board. So I'm actually hoping for Snake as well, of course. And it's been a long time since I got Spider, so Snake should be in the cards. If the previous, like, 7 runs have anything to say about it. Nice, managed to slow you. You love to see it. Should have checked if that fancy hell rat. Hello. Are you affected? You are. Oh, you fools. It was then that Zin bade them not to stray from loyalty, lest something or another. That was ablutions. Ablutions. Ain't never heard that word before. Feels like it's missing a vowel somewhere in there at first glance, but I'll take Zin's word for it. Zin will now cleanse our potion of mutation. Nice. That means that they become just a potion of remove mutation or something like that, I believe. So that's pretty sweet. I guess we're maxed out on PD, so it's just about time we checked out. Still donate money. Otherwise, oh wow. No, we've been keeping track as we gain things here. We do always get shielded by chaos. I didn't actually notice that. And Zin also sometimes guards our life. Hopefully, just won't be necessary, pal. Because I'm trying my very best just to survive the whole time. Let's switch over to our Amulet of Reflection. There aren't a lot of enemies down here that will be relevant with. But that is one of them, weirdly enough. Let's start reciting. Roll in. I'm getting way too cocky with that combo. I'm gonna fight something way beyond my pay grade one of these days. Immediately pick up another Necklace of Magic Regeneration. They might be trying to tell us something, but I'm not listening. Short Sword of Distortion and Curari Tip Darts. I definitely don't want to get hit by that short sword even a single time. Most likely she'll die in a couple of ice blasts, but she's really close to us right now, and she is fast. So, I'm going to imprison you. Go to your room, Sonia. Go to your room. Now with this extra bit of space, start blasting. Don't heal yourself, that's not allowed. Ma'am. Stop. Perfect. Let's pick those Curari darts up for ourselves as well. That gives us 5, so that's going to be very advantageous against things like two-headed ogres and other scary, heavy-hitting enemies. That's awesome. Let's drop that other Ring of Strength for the File of Floods. You almost should just decide on what we're doing here. We're already at max piety, or really close to at the very least, so I don't know if money for donations is the right answer. But now we have a shield, so there's almost no chance we use Frostbite, especially since our recent Quaslol run has truly shown us exactly how terrifying making a lot of noise can be. Let's use Vitalization here. Perfect. Just wanted to prevent being poisoned by the cane toad themselves, and against you, Boulder Beetle, we have a different solution. Get absolutely wrecked by Curari, friend. You know what? I'll step into you. Oh, we should have rolled into them. Roll versus roll. Who's stronger? Maybe on the next one. Foolish me. Is this Scarf of Resistance? No. Invisibility. Probably okay leaving that one around for now. Not too bad here. We have a decent amount of resistances across the board. It's not having to waste an equipment slot on poison resistance, and instead, we can just rely on your good old pal Zin for that. I should against the Cane Toad, but getting the immediate slow effect gave me a burst of confidence to take them out before it became relevant. Oops, let's do it again. Wrong key there. Perfect. Down into Lair 4 already. We're starting to really get a roll-in now. You, friend, will lead back up to at least a bit closer to our stairway. That would be nice. And may just use some Ice Blast to soften you up. Get you all ready for the party, and one hit should do it. Perfect. Ah, Nessos. Crap. I don't like that, sir. What is blink range? Location further away from the target enemy. Okay, that makes sense. Hit for up to 13 plus their longbow flaming. How did you poison us, friend? Huh. Maybe you just always have poison arrows. There is a little bit of green on your arrow tip there. Usually when we fought Nessos in the past, it's been later on in the runs when I'm already fairly confident in our fighting abilities, and just hasn't been too much of a problem. I guess we should maybe vitalize. Oh, Nessos. You're reflecting your own arrows into you, sir. Don't do that. Let's just roll and finish them off, shall we? Get absolutely rocked. So it turns out it was a very good idea to equip our Reflection Amulet. Who knew? Definitely not exactly what we were expecting to come across down here, but I'll gladly take it. Ooh, pack of Death Yaks. I don't completely hate trying to fight. Nope, never mind. I lied. I completely hate trying to fight. Let's use Curari to slow you down. That way we get our extra gap of space, and we'll lead the whole pack back this way. Waste one more Curari dart, getting that buddy off of our tail. And let's wait just a few turns. Wait, are you coming? I was hoping to leave you all in this secluded corridor out of the way of any future issues. There we go. Much more better. You can even pick up some of the Curari darts, at least one of them that we left behind. Let's vitalize against a Mamba, of course. Perfect. Not too bad. Slowly but surely, getting our feet completely under us. It's about time that we dropped our stones, and in fact, before we forget, let's just take that off the list here, shall we? No stones for us. Can also finally get around to reading the rest of these identify. Can't believe I've just been holding on to them this entire time. 2 potions of haste, 7 potions of lignification, which I don't know if we can use. I don't know if Zin approves of that. In general, they don't like anything that changes your shape, mutations, anything, I guess, chaotic in nature, which maybe subsists of every form-changing thing in the game. Oh, in fact, yeah, Wands of Polymorph. I don't even think I'm allowed to use those. That makes sense. We passed by one earlier this run, and it was red text. Makes so much more sense. Okay, Kirke, or Kirki, I believe, is the proper Greek way to pronounce the name. If you haven't seen us face this unique before, they fall under what I like to call the pickle clause, which which is uniques that I don't like to kill the followers of. Even more so with Kiriki, because we're not just releasing innocent spirits into an afterlife, we're actually freeing polymorphed human beings. So I do not like to kill these pigs, unless I absolutely have to. So, I think we'll instead beat a bit of a hasty retreat. Yes, I don't know if I can lose you completely. Please, I don't want to hurt you. Friends, please. Stop. Don't do it. You have too much to live for. I mean, at the very least, they don't hit very hard, and they're not affected by Zin's axioms of law. So, let's start reciting. We also normally have axes when we're here, and so we accidentally cleave through them a lot of the time. But there we go, we managed to kill off Kiriki without any innocent bystanders being harmed, which is very important to me. Love to see it. And we did see that spiders are next area. Well, we have the ability to just use vitalization for poison resistance. I don't know if it's worth it for an entire S branch. That might be a bit much. And unfortunately, we didn't get the snake that we wanted, which of course would have allowed us to use your sight to its full power, but it is what it is, and that should be fine. Oh, I didn't even use vitalization against a single black mamba there, which I normally have been doing in the past here. That's cool, that's cool. It's not necessary. I guess that's just the way these things do be. It's also been a long time since we checked out our skills here. Invocations, just about up at that 12 that we were talking about before. Sanctuary, relatively solid chances here, but I do believe that Recite keeps getting stronger as we, the effectiveness in general is increased by invocations, and piety, which is looking pretty solid. Would I say it was accidentally cleaving through the pigs? Indeed, I would, Root Beer. Indeed, I would. This is why I never have to come up with any jokes. Chat is so much better at it than I am. Oh, LEI? That's not good. I'm guessing they get affected, though, by reciting. So let's do that. And otherwise, should maybe move into a slightly more advantageous bee-killing position. Like, there we go. That's much better. Being slightly careful that my vitalization does not run out mid-fight here. So we do want to keep our poison immunity. Perfect. Essentially ideal outcome there. Large packs of bees, always a little bit scary, especially when the queen comes to join the party. But by this stage, we've managed to take out most of the followers and get recited on, fool. Perfect. Again, just spitting hot fire, dropping the dankest bars on all of these heretical priests. Like you do, you know. I mean, you all know. We all do that every day, right? Not too bad. Clear through down to layer 5. That's pretty sweet. Went pretty straightforwardly as well. Just absolutely breezing through. I guess in the dungeon we left an 8-headed Hydra. Alright, D11 has Gastronok. That's important. I'm gonna head back out though. Head to D11. Hopefully not dropping right next to our slug friend themselves, but it wouldn't be the end of the world either. Let us... whoops. Instead drop right next to a Hydra. I didn't think that that was the stairway that we took before. I was very much wrong. But that's fine. Since we haven't even landed a single hit, this is when we might want to go with some good old pillar dancing. Just on this past Tuesday, we had another chatter mentioning how they make macros each time they're pillar dancing like this. It's a great idea, but I would be slightly concerned in this situation that we'd run into something unexpected on the floor, or this two-headed ogre would decide to change their direction, and we'd run into some problems. There we go. Let's check. Paralysis, 15%. Not great. Could Wand of Acid, both of these fools. That's a half decent start. Then I'm willing to swing until, ooh, we do get the slowdown effect. Nice. Then we'll recite the axioms of law, of course. Perfect, and we do manage to take out the two big threats that scared us off from this floor earlier in the run. Love to see it. Die, sinners, all you heretical orcs, who normally I totally support because I absolutely love playing with BO myself, but in this specific case, we're of course completely against it. It's not okay. There we go, we've managed to hit all of our previous spots here. I think we will keep training invocations, bring that up to 16 next. Alternatively, we probably want to start bringing up either our throwing or evocations. Let's go with evocations. Something that I always like using, and it'll cause our Ice Blast wands and stuff like that to increase in damage here, which is very nice. Another side of things, we'll maybe start training up some armor as well, since with an early barding and relatively decent armor on top of that, we actually do have cause to learn how to use it more effectively. That's the word. Do I want to keep fighting here? We could always just run. Not great chances of us being paralyzed by the Ogre Mage, so that's pretty good. You know what, let's go with one blast of Yield Acid Wand. Of course, absolutely just roll into this fool. Ooh, you're hasted. I should have been paying attention to that. Well, let us confuse you and just get out of there. No need to deal with that shenanigans. I guess alternatively here, what we should probably think of in each of these fights is that we can use Curari to slow these buddies down in order to beat a hasty retreat. Ah, hello. Curari. Now here's where we go roll versus roll, and we'll define and definitively decide who did it best. Who is the greatest rolling creature in this dungeon? And I have a sneaking suspicion it's gonna be us. Absolutely slapped. Don't you dare try and roll at me. My own tricks against me? I designed rolling. 2 scrolls of acquirement to function. Interesting. Don't know how I feel about that. That's a very interesting trade to have to make, isn't it? Because, I mean, our current acquirement scroll, kind of trash. I don't love any of the options from it. But that second acquirement scroll, if we ever pick one up, could be anything. You don't get to see what that possibly will create for you. And that makes that a very fascinating trade in my mind. I like the concept of it a lot. For the time being here, let's keep on keeping on. Reflection Brand is going to do absolute wonders for us here. Oh, sir, I feel sorry for you. At the end of the day, I just feel bad for these Yaktars. Ring of Ice? No, thank you. We do have a protection from Cold Ring. And interesting. Well, let's just roll right to you. Holy crap. Absolutely deleted. And there we go. We've killed off, that was like all the things that were threatening this stair, right? I think so. I mean, it could be a different Centaur Warrior or a different Manticore even, but I'm hoping that that's that. We could lose 1 AC for a different hat. It's tempting to try it on. Might look pretty sweet, but +2 gloves. That one we don't even have to think about. Let's put them on. A nice, like, lightish blue. It's always hard to see. That's one of the trickier, smaller pixels. Holy crap, we turned you into salt? Oh my gosh, that is brutal. Let's do that more often. An acid drake, or dragon rather. At least it's later in the game here, even without resistance to corrosion. We should be in a good place to take it out. Indeed we are. Oh, hello. Big main buddy in the sky here. Hey Zin, big ups to you. You've definitely managed to save this run on a few different occasions, to say the least. I need to try good gods more often, in general. The Shining one is super powerful, especially in like the later 15 rune section of the game. It can be absolutely incredible stuff. Oh geez. Don't know if I actually want to fight these buddies. Not in the current condition we're in at the very least, so let's lead them on a bit of a merry jaunt back this way. Excuse me, pardon me. And just heal up, go back down, pull out our book, tell them what's what. Have you heard the word? Centaur Warrior Simulacrum shouldn't be too bad. We at least have a hip of cold resistance. That's pretty solid. Another Pyromancer, I'm telling you. There's something about this seed in particular that absolutely loves them. Or loves it? I don't know. Do we have to personify the RNG of the seed? This personify isn't quite the word I was thinking of. What's anthropomorphize, right? That's attributing human traits to non-human things. Apparently I do, though. That's just how the ye old brain works. Wow, so many centaurs. Feel bad for them. Again, much like the yaks. It's just not fair when we have reflection, you know? Not very chill or cool of us. I also think slime creatures are actually one of the things that Zin hates, because they're definitely the agents of chaos, essentially. Let's lead all of you friends back into a nice little hallway. Come on. Oh, I was hoping the boulder beetle would jump back and take a roll at us. I wanted a second opportunity to prove our strength here. Hello, friend. We've killed many of your kind before. Let's get reciting. Ooh, crap. Now we're cooking with gasoline here. Let's run back to a hallway, shall we? Again, don't even try boulder beetles. I think they would have learned from now, but apparently not even a little bit. As we actually get taken below half health by this one. That's about as good as you're ever gonna get, buddy. Killing me with my own ultimate ability? I don't think so. Let us recite to this son of a gun that does manage to get us into a comfortable enough position to take out the ugly thing. Not too bad. Just about clear to D14. Where's that Death Knight, though? Ah, hello, sir. You know what? Let's just wait a couple turns while your damage reflect is on. Perfect. Don't even try it. There we go. D14 done and done. Ooh, Tin of Tremor Stones. I think we'll drop our Broadaxe for that. Oh, we do actually have a bunch of spellcasting crap in our inventory as well. Let's get rid of those Amnesia Scrolls. That should be okay for now. Start reciting here. This is just a Tengu Warrior, not a Reaver, so I'm okay with fighting that for sure. Just head back to our hallway of doom. Eden is a bit scary. Oof. Especially when they hit like that. Freaking truck here. What could we do against you? We could try and paralyze. A 49% chance? But say I'll take those odds. I'll still take those odds though. Perfect. And we'll recite against the troll here. What are you? Still just a warrior. I mean, I'm okay with fighting a warrior, but why bother? Let us instead just head back up. Can't believe we explored that much of this floor of the dungeon without finding another stairway of any kind. I guess upstairs, seeing as how downstairs is just going to go to depths on this floor. But still, point stands. Let us daze and confuse the enemies of order. Actually, do you have sight work on you? You do. That's good to know. Not too bad here. Just start reciting left and right. Let's maybe pinball a bit. Okay, we'll stop pinballing. Let's just take this buddy out. Hello. Have you heard the word? Come here, Yaktar. Please. And thank you. So nice, these Yaktars, always listening so politely to our requests. Shooting themselves in the face with their own arrows, thanks to our necklace. Just can't complain, you know? Identify scroll will definitely immediately use up on some potions. I can't believe how many unidentified potions we have for this stage in the game. Normally, we'd already be starting to just toss our identify scrolls on the ground with nothing to use them on. But that's fine. Start reciting the holy words, and let's go with a little bit of dexterity. Our strength is at a pretty solid point now. I mean, we do have a +6 from the ring, of course. That is important to keep in mind, but still not too bad in general. Okay, you're just a conjurer. It's the reavers that make me instantaneously quiver in my boots here. Not too bad. Oh, hello, Redback. Guess we could have used our poison immunity. It probably would have been a good time for it, but that's fine. Let's recite. Perfect. And when you're done exploring, D15. That is definitely not too bad. But, unfortunately, it does bring us to the end of today's stream. We can't go as late, or quite as late, as we normally do here, seeing as how I do still have a little bit of packing to do, some last minute chores and cleaning up that I wanted to get done before I head off for the weekend here. But, after a struggle in the first couple of runs of the evening, we did manage to finally get it going with good old Roland Trotter. I knew that name had something to it. We had some disasters at the start of the run, some quick maths, just barely eking out with 1 health on the first couple floors of the dungeon. And yet here we are, reciting Zin's good word left and right, causing confusion, blindness, absolutely wondrous effects on each and every one of these heretics. And all in all, just having a pretty fun time of it. This has been a very entertaining run in my books, especially considering the fact that I had watched a few playthroughs with Zin before. I might have dabbled once or twice with characters, but definitely never had a character that actually went the distance, even this far, following Zin. And it's been illustrious to say the least in figuring out exactly how well the god works. And I like the idea of potentially switching up in the future, like the Shining one for the later part of the game, getting some cleansing fire or something if we deem that necessary. But for the time being, I think we'll stick with that Fated Altar, the role that started it all, really. And it's, again, just funny that we went for that Fated Altar after having our disastrously close call, and preceding that, we almost definitely saved our lives by virtue of being worshipped as Zin, thanks to the poison immunity that we can get. So that was pretty spectacular, all considered through and through. But yeah, had an absolutely fantastic time. Thank you so much to everybody in chat and just watching it in general. I appreciate you all a huge amount. Couldn't decide between huge and whole bunch. Just stumbled over neither of them for a minute there, but that's cool. Yeah, thank you all so much. No, yeah, thank you, Root Beer. I appreciated having you around, asking things on, making sure that we didn't leave shields lying around and stuff like that. Nice, got your roll for the law. Indeed. We're doing an unintentional homage to the Palentonga that you ran, Brain, during the tournament. because I do remember you having a Palentonga Zin, which, yeah, we got off the Fated Altar in this one, which you might have in yours as well. I don't remember fully if you decided on an early Zin or if it was a Fated Altar situation, but it's been super fun figuring them out for the first time, because much like you during that tournament, I've never really gone much Zin. In fact, my greatest exposure to Zin was watching your playthroughs during that time, cheering on the team, as it were. But really enjoying them and figuring out how powerful they are against a lot of things. Yeah, was it Fated? Perfect. So yeah, a true homage to your Palentonga on our lovely team during the tournament. But yeah, this, as mentioned, will be where we sign off for the night. Unfortunately, we won't be here this weekend to continue on with the regularly scheduled programming. In fact, it might be a couple of weekends before I'm back, starting off by enjoying a Thanksgiving holiday weekend with my family, and then throughout the rest of the week I'm going to be helping out my parents with some stuff they really needed a hand with. And so it's a little bit up in the air when I'll be back, but definitely by a couple weeks from now we will be fully back into it. Probably not next Tuesday, but maybe the one after that we'll be back. I'm hoping, at the very least. We'll see how the work goes and how quickly I can get things done, get a bit of a hustle on myself. But I appreciate everybody's continued support up until now, and I definitely can understand if you get a little bored and find some other streamers you like during the time, but I'll be happy to see each and every one of you when we do come back, because unfortunately I don't think the internet is great enough up there, and definitely the quality of my laptop might not cut it for the stream, at least not at the quality that I would like. But if you want to enjoy some content of ours while I'm gone, rather, definitely head over to our YouTube, watch some of the previous runs. Even on Twitch here, we do have some of the VODs cut up that are still stuck around. All of the VODs themselves, of course, have been deleted over time, but yeah, I'd appreciate that a whole lot. No pressure, of course, but if you need that DCS fix, if you're really craving some Polybridge soundtrack with the chatter over top, the constant white noise narrative that I try my very best to supply, then definitely head on that way while we're gone. And until we see you in a couple of weeks here, I do hope you'll have a fantastic upcoming weekend, week after that, and maybe the next weekend as well. We'll see how it all falls out. If you want to be notified, of course, of when we go live, when we're coming back, shoot us a follow here with your notifications, and that'll be the best way to probably hear it. One of these days I should probably learn how to actually use Twitter. I did create a Twitter for the Torinski online persona, I guess, but haven't touched it a single time. Would be handy for situations like this, where I need a bit of a better communication source with all you lovely people out there. But hey, we'll be back eventually, and I hope to see all of you then. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you a huge deal here. But yeah, let's maybe do a quick check of who's online right now, so we can send a raid off. At least a bit earlier than it usually is when I'm signing off, so we might be able to find somebody on here. And it does look like Rose is currently online, so I definitely highly recommend sticking around. Realist Rose is a fantastic human being, and definitely was one of the first communities that I got welcomed into with loving arms, and so I very much appreciate him and everything he's done for me. And yeah, always love the content there, so stick around for that. We'll send a raid on over there, and regardless of all that, I of course do hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you out there. And I hope to see you when we come back in a week and a half or so here. See you soon.